Let's hear it for Shamanth Rao.
5 years ago, I was driving through the Bandipur National Park in India. In the distance, as I was driving through this jungle, I saw an obstacle. Was this a rock that had descended on the road in a landslide? Was this somebody who had blockaded the road to rob me? As I drove closer, I saw it was an elephant. It was flapping its ears, swaying its tail, swinging its trunk. There it stood in the middle of the road. As I looked at it and I slammed the brakes, I realized this was not on my driving test. I stopped my car, waited, because what else is there to do if an elephant blocks your road? Waited 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. This was 2010, guys, when all the cool kids were on Twitter. So I took out my flip phone at the time and announced to my 343 followers, guys, elephant blocking road. To honk or not to honk? Crowdsourcing, baby. And nobody responded. Bastards. So there I was, waiting for this elephant to do its thing, not knowing what else to do. There's this dude who walks by. I talk to him. He says he lives in the neighboring village and that if an elephant blocks a road, all you have to do is wait it out. Not that I did not know that already, so I just wait it out. I turn on the music. The Dire Straits sing "Money for Nothing, Chicks for Free" in my car radio. I still wait. At this point, this dude gets it into his mind that the best way to make a standing elephant move is to throw a stone at it. And guess what? He's right. The best way to make an elephant move is indeed to throw a stone at it. So he throws a stone at the elephant, and the elephant starts to move. This dude runs, presumably to his village. I'm looking at the elephant. Its ears are flapping a little faster. Its trunk is waving a little more wildly as it's walking toward me. That's the moment that I realize that it's not walking. It's fucking charging me. This was not on my driving test either, for some strange reason. So, in that moment, I decide to fling open my seatbelt, throw open my car door, and run for the woods. I run, I hide behind the first tree I can find and look out to see what this elephant's going to do. The elephant walks up to my car, goes around my car once, goes around my car twice, looks at my car. At this point, I pull out my phone camera, snap a picture. Because obviously this is going to look incredibly cool on Twitter and on my blog, right? The elephant's still looking at my car. The elephant decides that it is going to poke around my car now. If you are familiar with elephant anatomy, you realize that if an elephant pokes around something, it does so with its tusks. In short order, I found that the 3 rolled up windows of my car were tiny shards of glass in the next 30 seconds. And there I was looking at my car's shattered windows from behind this tree, wondering what the hell's going to happen next. The elephant was not done yet. It decided to take things into its own tusks. The elephant thrust its tusk into the front right-hand side window of my car, which was now shattered. Into that orifice, it thrust its tusk and proceeded to lift the car up. I looked at my car from behind the tree. I saw the 2 right-hand side wheels of my car go up. It rose up by a few inches. They rose up at a 30-degree angle, a 45-degree angle. I'm looking at the elephant from behind the tree, and I'm like, holy shit. I don't want to be stuck in a jungle with a wild elephant for company with no car to go back in. In this moment, there's a change in the elephant's countenance. I'm not very good at reading elephant minds, but I noticed that the elephant relaxes its hold on my car. Maybe it's bored, maybe it finds that the car's too heavy, but it decides to step back. The elephant relinquishes its hold on my car, steps back, and the car comes down with almost a thud, reverberates. I heave a sigh of relief. I'm looking at this elephant. Elephant's still looking at the car. In that moment, I think the elephant is bored, or so I imagine, because the elephant looks at the car once more and starts to walk away. Goes 20 meters away, looks away from my car, is standing right there. In that moment, I decide that to sprint for my car, throw open the door, jump in, dodge the shards of glass that are in there, turn on the ignition, when I realize the Dire Straits are still singing the Sultans of Swing. Turn on the ignition, put my foot on the gas, drive the 80 miles to my town. The next thing I remember is talking to my insurance agent and hearing on the other side of the line, "Excuse me, what did you say happened to your car again?" Thank you.